Well, he's part of an elite club, people who will soon be able to call themselves space tourists. You're about to meet a Walpole man who has a ticket to ride on the Virgin Galactic. And as Paul Burton shows us, he's expected to go despite the program's recent problems.
Well, I think one of the most fun things you can do is live your dream.
To say Richard Laron is an adventurous is putting it lightly. From the North Pole to the South, Richard has traveled tens of thousands of miles exploring this great planet of ours.
I'm doing pretty good on my bucket list. It's more like a tin can list now.
And now, the 63-year-old president of Cape Ron, a lighting and sound company out of Needham, says his biggest adventure is yet to come.
I would sit behind one of these windows here.
Richard is describing his upcoming trip into space on board the Virgin Galactic. He's on the wait list now for 2016, ticket number 93.
Richard bought a seat on board the Virgin Galactic back in 2008 for $200,000. Now the tickets are going for $250,000. That's a lot of money for a very quick trip.
And how long will you be in space again?
Only be in space for 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
6 minutes.
But
yes.
it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
And while ticket holders may be rethinking their outer space journey after a deadly crash during a test flight of a Virgin Galactic spaceship last month, he's not deterred one bit.
You know, we're only on this world for a short time. And I think we want to make the most of it while we're here.
For Richard, this truth hits home more than ever. He and his wife lost their 7-year-old son Stetson to a brain tumor back in 1996.
I'm thinking of him all the time. I have a lock of his hair that I take with me to all these, wherever I go.
Is that
on
right?
these trips, yes.
Wow.
And I usually leave a little bit behind every time.
A father and son living out dreams that will last a lifetime.
A childhood dream.
In Walpole, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
Richard Laron booked his trip through Virgin Galactic, but there are also travel agents across our country who can actually book these trips for you. One is Posh Travel in Greenland, New Hampshire. They tell us they've had a handful of inquiries, and only one person so far has booked a trip through them. That's one thing you don't have to worry about in space is weather. You don't have to worry about tornadoes. You don't have to worry about chilly weather.
Although it can get a little cold, which we are going to be experiencing around here over the next few days.